Good morning. Good morning. It's time to start our day. Good morning. Good morning to you and you and you and you and you. Good morning. So the requests today were lower back and some sluggish energy, what we call kapha energy, sort of heavy and a little bit sort of groggy. So we're going to start to balance that out. And if you think about the heaviness of kapha, that heavy, sluggish feeling, what do we need? A little bit of breeze, a little bit of heat. So we'll be focusing on that, even though this is gentle yoga. So go ahead and make your way over to the mat if you would. Make sure your phone is turned off. And find a position that feels really comfortable to you. Maybe it's sitting in a sukhasana pose. Maybe it's sitting in a vajrasana pose where you're sitting on your ankles. Whatever posture feels best for you. And we'll gently close our eyes. Relax the tongue and the throat. And as I said right before we hit record, I'm going to be focusing on the root chakra this whole week. The root, the basic, my needs are met. I have what I need. If you're feeling anxious, if you're feeling fearful, if you're worrying a lot about the future, if you're feeling a sense of not being supported or being isolated, then sometimes that means that that's out of balance. So we want to be focusing on just feeling that grounding sensation, that feeling that we are supported and that we have our basic needs met. Okay, so find a position that feels really comfortable to you. Gently close your eyes, please. And taking breath into the nose, up to the brain, all the way down your spine on the inhale. And then exhale, repeating that cycle in reverse. Let's do that a couple times. Inhale, nose to brain, all the way down the tailbone. And then exhale from the tailbone all the way up the spine to the brain and out through the nose. Keep going and we'll start to settle in here, meeting our mat, meeting ourself. As you continue with this breathing technique, do you find that your mind chatter is just really spinning you off the task? Remember, yoga is about the mind. It's not about the body poses. So every time you find your mind chattering, just keep bringing it back. Another 8 breaths, focusing on that candy cane idea. Inhale through the nose to the brain, down through the tailbone and back up. Keep focusing your mind back here. That is the yoga. Okay, 8 more times, please. As you keep going, some of you might even notice that the pelvic floor has a lifting and lowering quality. Some of you may not notice that quite yet. It's pretty subtle. But as you continue with this breathing technique, do you see how the pelvic floor relaxes on that inhale? But when you exhale, there's a slight lift. See if you can see that. Beautiful. Very nice. And on this last minute here of our centering, what does it feel like to you to be doing yoga? So whether it's that you're here in the live classes or you're here in the recording, or whether you've been new to yoga or you've done it all your life, what does it feel like to do yoga? To me, it feels very safe. It feels like my yoga mat's going to meet me no matter how I'm behaving or what I'm thinking about. It's my best friend. It sees me through all the trials and tribulations of my life. I feel very safe on my yoga mat. Do you feel that? Do you feel that energy? Why are you doing yoga? What does yoga bring to your life? So, on this last minute here, using the idea of the root chakra, safe, secure, understood, supported, all those energies that we were just talking about, how does your yoga practice help you balance out this root chakra? So, we'll use our mantra today, our Sankalpa, as to bring some of that in. Why are you here in this class today? Why do you show up for yoga at all? And what's specifically aligning with your root, this basic needs. My needs are basically met. I'm safe, I am secure, and the universe supports me. What is this practice for you today? Okay, let's take a minute settling in on our mantra. Why do you practice yoga? 1 minute, please. And when you feel that you have it, boil it down into those 2 or 3 words. And then when you're ready, inhale, reach up, grab it. You see it floating up there? Grab it, grab that mantra. Pull it down, 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 and we'll deposit it right there in the wisdom of our heart. It'll all get settled there. We don't have to think about it anymore. And we'll drop the chin to the chest, open your eyes. If you haven't already, see your cute little hands, your cute little fingers, and we will release. So again, we're focusing on that lower back. I'd like us to start standing. Standing up here. So we talked about that candy cane breath where we're inhaling into the nose, up to the brain and down through the spine and then back. I'd like you to continue with that visualization. We're going to find mountain pose here. If you wanted to put a block between your thighs, you could totally do that to help you sort of anchor into that midline. Standing here into mountain pose. Now, if this doesn't feel safe for your back, then obviously you'll do a flat back. If you have any kind of herniations or any kind of disc issues, then you'll do the flat back action here. Everyone else, we're going to do some curves. So the candy cane energy. So here we are, mountain pose. Where is the weight of my body? Outer heels plus the big toe. I've got a nice little arch lifted here. Outer heels plus the big toe, and those inner arches are lifted. Activating those quadriceps, lifting up those quadriceps, finding that little slight tilt of the pelvis. That we're zipping up those lower abdominal muscles. The tailbone is dropping down, no clenching through the bottom. Our middle fingers slide right to the center of our seams here, if we had seams in our pants. Our lower back and our back of head are balanced over one another. Our chin is parallel to the floor. Our ears are level. So we're in a mountain pose. Now, if I were to walk past you right now, I would try to push you and you wouldn't rock at all. You wouldn't rock at all. You are so rooted and grounded. And actually, I've done many workshops where we've tried to pick each other up once we find this root. And even someone twice your size wouldn't be able to pick you up when you truly are grounded. So, can you feel that energy? Even bending your knees a little bit, can you feel that you're smashing, pushing, energizing those feet deeply into the earth? But still, there's a fluidity to them. The toes are relaxed, the arches are lifted, but you're very rooted like trees, right? Roots to the trees reaching to the center of the earth. All right, here we go. Big inhale, chin to throat, drop your head, curling yourself down, 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 isolating one vertebra at a time, coming all the way down, and then coming all the way back up. Again, if you've got any kind of disc issues, then this is not for you. You'll be working with the flat back. Just noticing. About 6, 7 more times. Each time you get to the top, reset your mountain pose, reset it all the way, and then let it ride. Those of you working a little bit deeper today, you're aware of that pelvic floor, how it naturally inhales, starts to release, and naturally how you exhale, it starts to lift. Now, 2 more, please. This last time, we're going to hang here in our Uttanasana pose, our hanging forward fold. Some of you might feel bending the knees is the right thing for you today. Maybe not. You decide. You could grab opposite elbows. You could sway side to side. For those of you with congestion in your face, you could be pinching through the eyebrows. You could be massaging. You could be massaging your sinuses here. Those of you with tight, stiff necks, you could be turning your head side to side or nodding. You could be rolling your shoulders, doing our ooh la las. You could be grabbing your interlaced fingers. This is your time. Safe and secure, and the universe supports you here on the yoga mat. Three more deep breaths. Stay inside. Keep pulling your mind back. When you feel ready, you're going to drop your hands to the floor, and we're going to step back into either tabletop where your knees come down, or maybe you're ready for downward dog. And when you are ready, come all the way down to your hands and knees if you haven't already. And we're going to be on our knees for a bit. So I recommend having a little pad under your knees. I'm going to grab my blanket here. If you have a towel, if you don't have either one of those, you can always fold up your mat. Okay. And we're coming into our hands and knees. And again, we're focusing on the Mula Bandha, that pelvic floor, that tailbone area. We want to focus on feeling very rooted and grounded, supported by this earth, this the people around us. So we've got shoulders right over the wrists. We're pressing through the index thumb side of the hand. This is known as gentle yoga. It doesn't mean easy yoga, doesn't mean beginner yoga. It just means a gentle approach. So as we are moving our tailbone side to side, right, just opening up the side bodies a little bit. As you're doing these movements through the lower body, just double check that you're pushing your heart up away from the mat. You're really fired up here. You got 3 more breaths. Just understanding the skeletal system has put you in this posture, and all the muscles of your body are holding those bones with integrity. You've got that support system. They're working together. It's a beautiful marriage between that bone and that muscle. All right, here we are coming to hands and knees again. We're going to keep the 90-degree angle. We're going to lift the leg into a 90-degree angle. Keep the toes turning onto the kneecap. Remember, we don't want a dangling earring down there because that's challenging our kneecap. So we want to keep that that ankle flexed. So here we are, little pulses. 10, 9, 8, 7, 3, 2, 1. Bring your knee to the elbow, drop your chin, and then do it again. Second round. 10, 9. Turn those ankles on. 7, 6. Knee to elbow, drop your head. Last round. And pulse. 10, 9, 8. 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Bring your knees down. You could rest in child's pose with your toes curled under. Those of you feeling a little bit more dynamic, you can head on up to home base, Adho Mukha Svanasana. So if you were focusing on your left leg, we're going to do the left leg again. If you were on the right leg, it's the right leg again. Same leg. Come on back down to hands and knees, please. Same thing. We're going to take this, if you're on your left knee, bring your knee to the elbow, and now you're going to kick it straight. Okay. Once you kick it straight, you're going to bend it, tap it behind the other knee, then touch the knee, and then kick it straight. So we're building stability in the hips as well as muscle tissue. Okay. Let's do that again. We're going to do it 9 more times. First, left knee to elbow, kick it straight, drop it behind the other knee, kiss the inner knee, kick it straight, and then again, knee to elbow, kick it straight, drop it behind the other knee, kiss the inner knee, and then straight. Knee to elbow, kick it straight, behind the other knee, kiss the inner knee, and up. One more together, and then we'll break free. Knee to elbow, kick it straight, behind the other knee, kiss the knee, and then straight. 5 more on your own. Keep the breathing calm. 2, bringing some fire to your life, like that bright red. You got this. 1 more. And pause. Again, child's pose, or maybe you're feeling more dynamic, downward dog. 5 breaths. Letting that big, heavy 10 to 12-pound head drop to the earth, taking your shoulder blades to the sky, getting a lot of release in that neck stem. 2 more deep breaths. And when you're ready, come on back down, back down, back down. Let's give our wrists a break here. Come on into Vajrasana if this is comfortable, or bring your elbows down if that's more comfortable, and just take a moment on those wrists. I like to turn my hands down on my lap when I'm focusing on this rooting chakra, this lower level here. You could also turn your hands up. And in our pause button, we're going to go back to releasing that pelvic floor on the inhale and feeling it pull up on the exhale. Another way to say it is imagine that those sits bones are rolling towards each other every time you exhale. I am safe, I am secure, and the universe is supporting me. Sometimes when we do the mantra work, it's like, yeah, you don't even, and we like our ego mind starts going, well, it's not true. And you can hear that chatter. But remember, that's the yoga, right? The yoga is choosing what you think, right? You don't have to be in habit. So if you find yourself really arguing with this mantra or arguing that you're not safe or you're arguing that you're uncertain or whatever, that's the ego mind trying to drive your life. And part of the practice of awareness is noticing, I don't have to believe that actually. I could turn my focus on the flowers. I don't have to only see the weeds, right? That's the yoga, the mind. All right, let's go on over to the second side. Again, finding this correct alignment. You've got your thumbs pressing into the mat. Your shoulders are right over the wrist. We're going to move to the right leg here, if that's the second side for you. And we're just going to take up that leg, 90-degree angle, and ankle is flexed, toes are turning on. We want to make sure we've got that alignment. And we're going to bring knee to elbow. Actually, we're going to do our pulses. Sorry. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7. And now we're going to bring knee to elbow, drop your head. That's 1. Second round, pulses, 10. Keep lifting your heart away from the mat, no sagging chests, 2 and 1, bring it in. Last round. Keep balance in your hands, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop that knee to elbow and pause. Down dog or child's pose. I have what I need. I have what I need. I have all that I need. I have all that I need. All right, come on back down. And we're going to check in on the second round here. Right knee to elbow. Inhale, take it out. Drop it behind the other knee. Kiss the inner knee. Kick it out. And then start again. 2, knee to elbow. Kick it out. Other knee, and up. 3. 5 more. You got this. Deep breaths. Feel the nurturing quality of stirring up the soup. Three more. Two. Last one. And again, deciding what you want to do. It could be sitting on your ankles. It could be back into elbows down, palms down. And go back to the mantra work. Go back to that feeling that you're lifting through that tailbone, that pelvic floor. Repeat that mantra to yourself. Watch your mind want to leave the mantra. And that's the mantra. That's the balloon you're bringing down. Beautiful. Very nice. All right, come on back over to hands and knees. Let's all bring our elbows down. Take your elbows a little bit wider than typical, but still underneath your shoulder. And then just drop your head, finding some cat-cow rhythms here. So you can look forward, try to touch the back of your head to your tailbone, and then touch the ceiling with your spine, tailbone to forehead. Little cat-cow action here. My challenge for you right now is to notice the left versus the right. Do you find that one side is a little bit more fluid, a little bit more open? What are you noticing about that balance? Beautiful. And making your way to your belly. I'm going to leave my blanket here. Maybe you would want to do that too, maybe not. And go ahead and drop your body to the mat and walk your legs wider than the mat. So, as always, the heels are slightly wider than the toes. And we're taking the feet as wide, if not wider, than the mat. Taking your forehead to the hands. Can you continue to bring your attention to the pelvic floor, to this root? Again, bringing your mantra in. I am safe and I am secure and the universe supports me. I am safe. I am secure and the universe supports me. Now from here, imagine that your tailbone and your pubic bone are trying to touch. Remember, your pubic bone is the bone in front here, right? And so your tailbone and your pubic bone are trying to touch. This is a nice way to think of lifting up those hammock muscles. Okay, so imagine that. And with that imagination going, I'd like you to lift up your left leg with your knees straight. So we're going to do some back strengtheners here, but you're moving from the pelvic floor. So our left leg is in the air. We're zipping up that pelvic floor and we're going to pulse it 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Long breaths here. And now drop it like a hot potato. And when you drop it, I want everything to jiggle. Like that's how hot this potato is. It just jiggle, jiggle, jiggle. Okay. Second side, lift up the right leg. Knee is straight. Zip up that pelvic floor, pubic bone and tailbone touching. And 10, 9, 2, 1, and relax like a hot potato. Plop. Now, you could do that again, 3 more or 2 more times on each side, so 4 more times, or you can do kicks if you want to work a little bit deeper. Okay, here we go. Left leg, 10, 9, 2, hot potato, other side, 10, 9. Deep breaths. Hot potato. Last 2 sets.
hot potato, other side, and hot potato. Rest here or one level deeper. Bend your knees, bring the bottoms of the feet together. Press those feet together, press those feet together. And some of you will even come up into what we know as Sphinx pose, where your elbows are right under your shoulders. So this is a little bit of a back bend here. And so we're noticing how it feels. If it's too intense for you, please back off. You could also drop your head and breathe deeply. Keep pulling the pubic bone and the tailbone together, really uniting that pelvic floor. I am safe. I am secure. And the universe, this world supports me. You could also say, I am rooted, I am grounded, and I belong. I'm rooted and I'm grounded and I belong. I'm rooted and I'm grounded and I belong. I'm rooted, I'm grounded, and I belong. Beautiful. That's it. We're gently going to roll over. And maybe you don't believe that, right? Maybe you don't believe that you belong. But what is a belief? A belief is just a thought you keep thinking. So the fact that you think it again and again and again is why it's a belief. You could also start believing you do belong and you are worthy and you are safe and you are loved. Right? Yoga is about the mind. All right, come on, let's get onto our backs one more time here. And we're just going to take a moment and keep continuing to think about that pelvic floor here. Very important part of yoga and feeling safe in our world. So we'll take our hands down by the sides and again, feeling the pubic bone and the tailbone touching. Instead of squeezing our bottom, we're trying to lift from that mula bandha, that pelvic floor lifting. So let's take a big inhale, relax the pelvic floor. Exhale, tailbone and pubic bone trying to touch. Go ahead and lift up. And then slowly, like a pearl necklace, dropping down, 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 down. 7 more times here. Feeling that lift from the Mula Bandha. And you're aligning your thoughts. You're deciding what you're going to believe here, what choice of thoughts you want to make. I like to also think I have tools that I know of that can support me, right? I have yoga, I have breathing, I have meditation. I have tools that I know that support me. I have tools that I know that support me, whatever the things are for you. Moving the fluidity of the spine, graceful and at ease. 2 more. Last one. Some of you might even want to go up to your Setu Bandhasana, your full bridge pose. If that serves you today, feel free to go up and hang out there for a bit. Otherwise, you could windshield wiper your knees side to side and start to align those thoughts with the way you want to feel. I want to feel like I belong. Therefore, I have to think I do, right? I want to feel loved. I have to believe that I am. Even my dog loves me. This tree loves me. The air I breathe loves me, whatever it is. Three more breaths, please. Keep zipping up that pelvic floor for those of you working deeper. Keep feeling how it lifts on the exhale. And when you are ready, we're going to come all the way down, 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 down. and just pause and receive. Maybe turning your head side to side. Now let's take our peace fingers here and start to just walk around the bridge of your nose, walk out towards your cheekbones. Do you have pressure there? Just massaging that. Any kind of sinus headaches, you could pull and tug on your eyebrow skin. You could walk around the hairline. Just give yourself a little bit of love here, meeting yourself where you are. Getting around to the back of the head, maybe. Maybe it's that neck holding a lot of tension. You got 30 more seconds here. Just bringing in some movement. And then shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. All right. We're going to roll over to our left side. And you can either use a block or you could prop your head up with your arm and bring your legs into a 90-degree angle. We're going to do our glute work and our hip work. It's a beautiful thing to practice when we're focusing on the Mula Bandha. Again, pubic bone and tailbone are trying to touch. Can you feel that hammock of muscles? And again, maybe you're not able to do this today. That's okay. Your body understands what I'm saying. You just have to sort of lean back and let it do the work. I'd like you to pretend you have a heavy weight here on your leg, okay? And we're going to lift it up. You're going to keep the toes underneath that kneecap and you're going to put it back down, okay? Heavy lift up, 9. Squeeze it together. 8. Squeeze. Now notice that my hand is not holding me up. I'm wanting my abdominal muscles to hold me up so I could put my arm wherever I want to that's out of the way. 7. Strong and stable. 4 and 3. Good morning, hips. 2 and 1. We haven't done these in a while. All right, now keep the knees together, but lift your ankle. Keep the knees together, but lift your ankle. There's a diagonal line. Kick the window behind you, but see how the knee stays low? It's not this, it's diagonal. Touch the knees and push. Touch the knee and push. 8. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Now we're going to tie the ankles together. Keep the ankles together, but just lift the knee. 10, 9. Let it be hard to lift. 8. 2 more. Here comes our big finish. We're going to lift the ankles together now. Here comes our big one. Ready? Open the knees. Kick with the heel. Touch the feet together. Close the knees. That's 1. Okay? Open, kick, together and down. Open, kick, together and down. 4. How are you handling this challenge? How do you want to handle it? 4 more. 7. 8. 9. Da, 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 da. And here goes. And 10. Beautiful. Light fist here. Give yourself a little pat. Beautiful. Now we're going to just lift up and we're going to swing around and we're going to head over to the second side, second side. Again, maybe you're going to have your arm on the side. Maybe you're going to drape it over your head, whatever you want, just so that we're not holding ourselves up. We're challenging that core. Here we go. And 10. Make it hard to lift. You could close your eyes here. You could feel the strength of your body doing exactly what it needs to. Last one. Beautiful. Keep the knees together, but lift the ankle and push back. Keep the knee bent. Touch the knee. Kick back. Touch the knee. And 3. And 7. Last one. 10. Beautiful. Bringing your ankles together, opening your knees. 1, 2. 9. One more. And 10. Our big finish. Here we go. Ankles up. Open. Kick together and down and open. Use that Mula Bandha. 6 more. 4 more. 3. Feel that Mula Bandha. Feel that pelvic floor. 2. Grounded, rooted, and at ease. And 1. Beautiful. Light fist again. Give yourself a little punch here. Just a light one. And then finishing up here, come to a seated position. We're just going to do one little back stretch. So coming, if you want to sit on a blanket, feel free to. And we're going to bring our right knee up and our left knee out. If you feel like you need something underneath this knee, if it feels too intense, you can always have a prop there. Okay. Now this side is up. That's okay. We're letting gravity do some of this work. The challenge here is to keep the knee from moving, right? We want it to be standing nice and tall. So we're going to turn over to our left leg, sitting up nice and tall again, letting this sits bone just drop. We're going to reach this right arm way far away, and this left elbow is going to stay bent. Okay, so this left elbow is going to be what makes us twist, and this right elbow is going to be straight. So we're getting a big stretch. Some of you may find that you don't need the blocks. You're turning your heart towards this left knee. Drop your chin to your throat. 8 long breaths, please. Reach this right arm away, really reach it. Get that big side body stretch through the pinky finger, all the way through the side under the armpit, all the way through the outer hip. Using your left elbow to help twist you around. Those of you still working on that root, that basic base chakra, this feeling that you can pull energy up from the earth, right? You are part of the earth. You are made of the same matter. I am rooted. I am grounded. The universe supports me. Beautiful. And slowly, slowly, slowly come back up. Little Baddha Konasana here just to take a moment to settle in. Just notice how that was received on your body. Now, before we go over to our second side, we're going to do a breathing technique, a pranayama technique. It's that candy cane breath, where we're going to be breathing into the nose, up to the brain, all the way down to the tailbone again. For the inhale is the count of 5. We're going to hold our breath for 3 seconds, and then we're going to exhale for 7. So if we were to write this out, it would be 5:3:7. So inhale 5, hold 3, exhale 7. So we'll take 5 rounds and then we'll head to the second side, feeling that connection. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold and sit up tall. 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, all the way to the tailbone. 4, 5. Hold and sit up proud. 1, 2, 3. Exhale for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3 more rounds on your own. So nice. So nice. Again, standing up this other leg. Again, I'm so grateful that we have the tools of all these other teachers before us that have taught us things we can do. All right, this time our left elbow is going to be straight. Sorry, our right elbow is going to be straight. Our left elbow is going to be reaching. We're going to let gravity do the work here, trusting that the universe supports us. When you're ready, turning your heart towards this right kneecap now. 8 breaths, reach, reach, reach. One more long breath. And then coming back to center. Now you can decide how you want to do your final posture here. If your lower back feels like you want to rest, then I'm going to recommend that you take yourself into a chair or nearest a wall and that you keep your um, sort of the forward fold of the curve of that back. So you're resisting any kind of back bend, and this would help. You could even take a blanket underneath the lower part of your spine. That way you get what I call the saggy psoas. You're actually releasing that area, and you could have your legs up on the wall or the chair like that, keeping this from doing any sort of back bend at all. Maybe you feel like you want to have an opening and that's how you would like to end today. You can do it with or without a strap. I'll show it to you with the strap. You're going to make a big loop. This is called Supta Baddha Konasana. And maybe even having a pillow. And since we're doing so much work today on feeling safe and secure, then having a weight is going to be key. So taking your strap over your head like you're putting on a shirt. You're going to take the strap between your legs, not around the legs, but in between them, and you're going to hook your feet. You want this strap to go as low on the back as you can. So basically at the top of your sacrum, and you're going to move your feet away so that you're getting a little bit of a, what I like to say, traction action. As always, you could have something underneath your knees if you feel like this is too intense. Once you're ready to come down, you're going to come down onto your back. And then, as I said, since we're focusing on feeling supported, we could also put a weight or a pillow or another blanket or something on us so that we feel that nice and heaviness. And that's going to give you a nice action. The more you pull your feet away, the more you can feel a little stretch through that lower back. And that might be handy for you too. So take a minute. If there's anything else you need to do before you feel like you got what you came for, before you close up, then help yourself. Maybe it's a little happy baby pose. Maybe it's a rocking side to side. Maybe it's just going right over into your Shavasana. Making your way. Got a whole minute here to do it. Take your time. Maybe some windshield wiper knees side to side. And starting to move yourself into stillness now, please. Move yourself into stillness. Okay. We're going to take our peace fingers here, our number 2 fingers, and the same thing. We're just going to sort of walk around our forehead. Just walk around that forehead, maybe down across the temples, towards the cheekbones, right in front of the ears, and then moving it down into the throat. You can do that again. I'm pressing pretty hard, right? Look pretty hard. Moving towards your temples, down into the cheekbones, underneath the cheekbones, the gums of the teeth, right in front of the ears, and then down into the throat. You could pull and pinch the chin here. This is nice and relaxing. Around the jaw hinge. If you got sinus issues, you could pull and tug on the eyebrow skin, moving into that area on the bridge of the nose. As I said, maybe it's into the neck that you're looking for. What you need, what you need, what you need. And then when you finish that, just release your hands down to your sides. Maybe roll your head side to side. What are you going to move into your day today? What is the mantra you want to carry? Let yourself spill out onto the mat. Open those arms, open those legs. Let the head be heavy. Using whatever mantra works for you. Something nice here is I am a body being breathed. That's it. I'm just a body and I'm just being breathed. I don't have to do a thing. Just totally happening and I can just be a witness to it. Okay? May this work be of deep benefit for you. As always, thank you so much for keeping your light on. It truly matters. I will see you next time. Much love and namaste.